The human mind, a source of beauty and violence. And yet it is violence that makes us unique. An impulse that we cannot control. But why does it persist, so natural and yet not? A question that lies at the root of many crimes. A question we ignore at our peril. Why do we kill?
Really understands the mind of a killer. In Northwest Baltimore, you do. Because the work of killers has emptied it out and left it vacant. But when a killer's a teen girl, who's to fathom that? There's one killing that stands out. It's a killing that's sought inside of a beat-down motel room. When a gang named the Bounty Hunters, along with the help of 3 teen girls, carried out a murder that's hard to explain. It was December 2008. The Bounty Hunters had gathered for a party in room 312 of the Red Carpet Inn, drinking Syrah vodka in paper cups. The celebration for older gang members to have sex with underage girls. But then Petro Taylor arrived, a fellow gang member who made a mistake and fucked with somebody else's money. $200 to be exact. Commissary money for a gang member locked up. And so the party turned into a melee. The melee into a beatdown, knocking Petro unconscious. Not once, but twice. A vicious punishment that was just beginning.
The thing that haunts me is that Petro tried to escape. They pulled him back into the room. He was still alive, but they didn't care.
We think we understand why people kill, but do we? Do we really know why Tanisha Lawson, Krishana Rogers, and Sierra Pyle, 3 teen girls, beat Petro Taylor unconscious twice? Some think that it's the streets cold and unforgiving. Others, a pathology, a disconnect. You wonder why people kill? Explain to me why they kill.
Almost everything anyone can do to me, to harm me, is going to be relative, other than actually killing me or killing my child. That the act of killing someone is a sort of absolute act. Wiping someone out totally and forever.
Baltimore's Inner Harbor, in the morning light, a shining city in part. But beyond these still waters, violence runs deep. In 2011, 196 residents were murdered, so the city celebrated, a black holiday in which Petro could not partake.
Then they had to make a decision, what to do with Petro. He was still alive, but they didn't care. They took his body and put it in the trunk of a car.
The Bounty Hunters continue their journey. Destination, unknown. They pull into a gas station.
And this is the part that blows my mind. Tanisha poured a bottle of soda. She drank a little bit and she poured the rest out, and then filled the bottle with gasoline.
The Bounty Hunters resume their journey until someone makes the choice to drive to Lincoln Park, Baltimore Cemetery, for murder victims.
Keep in mind, Petro is still in the trunk. He's alive, and they know it, but they keep driving.
They park near a stream, off a deserted utility road. 2 of the Bounty Hunters get out of the car, including Krishana Rogers. Their intent, to finish him off. So a teen girl is Petro's final execution.
They get to the park, they make another decision. They get out of the car and stab Pedro 22 times.
Murder is a kind of absolute act. Most of the things that we can do are limited and relative. To kill someone would be such a sense of having done something that you could hardly know how to deal with.
Bounty Hunters carry Petro into the woods. They lay out blanket and a pillow. His body doused with gasoline, and then Anmo lights the match.
And I can tell you what happened, because I know. Anmo lit that match, dropped it like a bonfire, and they ran.
The girls and Anmo flee, left behind the evidence, their phone and a remote control from the red carpet inn, which, along with the surveillance team, is enough evidence to put the gang members in the box with Detective Sewell.
I know it's not the job of a homicide detective to figure out why, but when these girls walked into the box, I couldn't help wondering and asking myself why.
The girls soon confess, each one admitting to their role in Petro's murder. The specter of 3 petite teens involved in a brutal murder haunts Sewell.
Usually there's a wall between me and suspects, but in this case, it was hard because they were so young and they reminded me of my own girls.
And as the case unfolded, a morbid discovery. An autopsy reveals leads in Petro's lung. Evidence he was still breathing where the match was lit. Proof that he was burned alive.
I just wish at some point I could take Tanisha, sit her down, and say stop. The hardest part about being a detective is that we're always late. And in this case, we were way late.
But the question remains, do you really understand what drives a 16-year-old girl to stab a man 22 times and light him on fire? Do you really understand why anyone kills? You want to know why people kill? Look around. You want to know why they kill? Look around. What do you see? What do you see? Despair.